After crossing over to Arizona from California, one of the first places we stopped was the small town of Oatman. It was instantly a favorite of mine as it felt like an old west town and there were donkeys roaming the streets. The town had a small mine you could explore, a jail, and an old hotel and restaurant. The hotel is especially notable.
Dude, this is amazing. Yeah, this looks out of a Western movie. Man, Arizona, I'm telling you guys, Arizona is an amazing state. I may have to visit Arizona.
Because it's
By the way, anyone watching from Arizona, please leave a comment, because I really like your state. What's up, my friend? Today I'll be reacting to Road 66, 20 great spots on the road trip. Oh boy, this will be a fascinating one. But before I go into that, can I ask you for one thing? If you can leave a like on this video, thank you so much for that. This is the best way to show support. If you can subscribe, oh man, in that case, well, forget about it, you make my day, have that in consideration. Now, link for the original video in my description, you guys end up recommending this one quite a lot, so let's play it.
Driving Route 66 is truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
By the way, a couple of you guys may be aware of this, as I speak about this quite often, but this is something I would love to do one day. If I want to go to America, I think probably the best way to know America is to do a giant road trip. And of course, the Road 66 will be a dream.
Along the road, you'll get to see almost a century's worth of history while tracing the route that many used to migrate west. My dad and I took 14 days and drove the route from Santa Monica all the way to Chicago.
Oh, that's
amazing.
amazing.
There are more than 20 amazing things to see on this drive, but we gathered up a few of our favorites and took turns sharing them in this video.
Okay, let's see it.
Recommendation number 1 is the Blue Whale of Catoosa, Oklahoma. East of the town of Catoosa sits this cement whale, which is one of the most recognizable attractions on Route 66.
Okay.
I was really excited to see it, and it lived up to my expectations as the whale was a lot bigger than I thought it would be, and you could walk through its mouth and climb up on its tail.
Oh, this is cool.
Can't swim there anymore, but it's still a
Go swim? Yeah, alligators, 100%.
great stop on Route 66 for the entire family.
Our second recommendation is Seligman, Arizona. It's probably most famous as the home of the Delgadillo brothers. They are arguably the leaders in getting Route 66 back on the map after being decommissioned back in 1985. They run a barber shop and a burger shop, and you can still meet them and talk to them about the history of the route. For those of you who are Cars movie fans, it's probably the closest city to Radiator.
I love that movie from Disney. Oh, this is so nice. Arizona. Look, low-key, Arizona, beautiful state. I like Arizona. And they have this desert type of, not dessert that you eat, desert, okay? Type of look that I really like it.
Springs you will find on the route. Also, if you're looking for a bite to eat, the Snow-Capped Drive-In is the place to go.
Okay.
Recommendation number 3 is Elmer's Bottle Tree Ranch in between Victorville and Barstow, California.
Okay.
I've been to the Bottle Tree Ranch many times, but there was something different about exploring it as part of our Route 66 drive. The bottle trees are basically pieces of metal welded together with bottles stuck on the end and everything from shovels to guns welded to the top. There are hundreds on the property, and this art installation is a
What? With guns on the top sometimes? Okay.
fun place to explore in the middle of the California desert.
Seems cool.
Recommendation number 4 is Cadillac Ranch, just outside of Amarillo, Texas. It's the home of the 10 Cadillacs buried nose down right by the freeway.
Okay, what is this? This is amazing. Oh man, Texas. Look, if Arizona is great, Texas is also great. I mean, wow. California is also great. I know some of you guys hate on California, but I find California quite beautiful. But this is amazing.
We're surrounded by hundreds of empty spray paint cans from innumerable graffiti artists who have visited. So bring your paint can and make your mark. But be sure to take your trash with you when you leave.
Okay.
Recommendation number 5 is Oatman, Arizona. After crossing over to Arizona from California, one of the first places we stopped was the small town of Oatman. It was instantly a favorite of mine as it felt like an old west town and there were donkeys roaming the streets. The town had a small mine you could explore, a jail, and an old hotel and restaurant. The hotel is especially notable.
Dude, this is amazing. Yeah, this looks out of a Western movie. Man, Arizona, I'm telling you guys, Arizona is an amazing, amazing state. I may have to visit Arizona.
Because it's
By the way, anyone watching from Arizona, please leave a comment, because I really like your state. I mean, I like America in general, to be totally honest, but I like Arizona a lot.
where Clark Gable and Carol Lombard spent the first night of their honeymoon.
Okay.
I really enjoyed Oatman because the town just had a lot of charm and it was one of my favorite stops on the entire drive.
Oh, so cool.
Recommendation number 6 is the Route 66 Museum in Pontiac, Illinois. This is one of the very best museums on the route, especially because of memorabilia related to Bob Waldmeyer, the iconic artist of Route 66. His maps and drawings and art are on display, as well as his famous converted school bus and the VW van in which he traversed the route many times.
Dude, this is amazing again. Oh man, there is a museum and seems such an amazing place to visit. Illinois is a state. I'm sorry if I'm saying something really outrageous, but I think it is, right? Or is a region in a different state? No, right?
Bus and the VW van in which he traversed the route many times. This is a stop for which you need to plan a good 30 minutes to an hour.
No, Illinois is a state for sure.
Recommendation number 7 is the Merrimack Caverns in Missouri. Missouri is known for its caves, and Merrimack is one of the most famous on Route 66. There's
Actually, I don't know a lot about Missouri, I have to be honest. It's a state that I have to study a bit more.
signs for it hundreds of miles before you get to it, and luckily the cave tour easily lives up to the hype.
Wow.
The tour walks you over a mile through the cave, which was once a hideout for the Jesse James gang, and has amazing formations with lots of underground water. Plus, at the end of the tour, they have a patriotic show that they display on the cave wall as well, and that's not something I've ever seen in a cave tour before.
Me neither.
Recommendation number 8 are the Black Mountains of western Arizona.
Man, no, Arizona is winning. Sorry if you live in other state. Arizona is the place. I'm joking, but... Oh, man.
Recommendation number 8 are the Black Mountains.
Can you imagine in your Cadillac... No, Cadillac probably not the best. In your Mustang... Yeah, Mustang probably also not the best. Never mind. In your car going around and seeing all of that. Man... Black Mountains. Would love to visit that. I believe there is a national park on Black Mountains, right?
Of western Arizona. After leaving California, you cross the stunning Colorado River and the surrounding mountains there known as the Needles. You then...
So, let's see if my mental map is correct. You have Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California. Goes this way, more or less, right?
arrive at the ruggedly beautiful and vertiginous Black Mountains. As you travel the winding roads, you can only imagine the difficulty travelers must have had in the past moving west to start a new life in California.
That's a good point.
It was easily one of the most beautiful natural sights of the route.
Oh, so nice, my friends.
Recommendation number 9 is Petrified Forest National Park. As the only national park that Route 66 runs through, Petrified...
Dude, Arizona is blowing everything out of the water. Am I crazy on this? I feel like I will put in the title, Arizona Most Beautiful Places to Visit.
Forest is certainly worth the stop. I would recommend spending an entire day in this park if you have the time, and I have a whole video on it in the description.
Okay.
Even if you just go in to see the Route 66 history, you'll still drive past the Painted Desert and can visit the old Painted Desert Inn before arriving at the exhibit. The Route
like this one.
66 exhibit marks where the road used to run through the park, and it has an old rusted car on display as well. Definitely spend a half day exploring the park if you can, but even if you can't, come in and see the Route 66 exhibit so you get a better understanding of the history of the route through this part of Arizona.
Oh, so amazing.
Recommendation number 10 is the city of Tulsa. When you go to Tulsa, it's obvious.
Tulsa, oh man. Oklahoma. Man. Sorry.
Recommendation number 10 is the city of Tulsa. When you go to Tulsa, it's obvious that they are making every effort to bring back Route 66, starting with the amazing Route 66 Rising statue, which is like a symbol.
Oklahoma, I feel like I said it correct, is another state that I have to study a bit more, because I don't know a lot about Oklahoma, I have to be honest. But I heard about this city, Tulsa. I believe it's an amazing one.
Of what is happening right now on the route. Some of the highlights to be sure to see are the East Meets West statue, the Buck Adams Space Cowboy, the Mother Road Market, the huge oil driller statue, and the beautiful Meadow Gold sign.
Okay, actually Tulsa could be an amazing place to visit. I mean, if it's on this list, of course it is, right? But, okay.
Recommendation number 11 is Standing on the Corner Park in Winslow, Arizona. This roadside stop was especially fun for me as I remember growing up listening to the famous Eagles song about standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona. The fact that the town has adopted this line and dedicated a park in the middle of the downtown area to it is a lot of fun. There were dozens of people checking it out and taking photos, and there are 2 statues of Jackson Browne and Glenn Frey, as well as a flatbed Ford from the song parked right on the corner.
Dude, I honestly, I know I said this 1 million times on this video, but I really feel like I would love to visit Arizona. It seems such an amazing state. And seems like big part of the attraction of doing the road trip on 66.
Recommendation number 12 is Devil's Rope Museum in McLean, Texas.
Okay.
As we were planning the route, it looked just like an interesting stop. But when we got there, it was fascinating. Every kind of barbed wire for every purpose was there, including art. How the wire was manufactured, strung, and spliced were all displayed. And you can even buy pieces of barbed wire from the 1800s. It's also connected to an interesting Route 66 museum, which has one attraction from an old reptile ranch, which is a huge snake. You may think that a museum about barbed wire is not an interesting place to stop, but you'll be glad that you did.
Nah, this seems fun actually.
Recommendation number 13 is the Blue Hole in Santa Rosa, New Mexico.
New Mexico,
Located
okay.
in a relatively small town on the east side of the state, this
By the way, already looking quite stunning. I don't know a lot about New Mexico also. I know Breaking Bad was recorded in New Mexico, I believe, but other than that, yeah.
geological wonder has been a popular tourist stop ever since the route was developed. The water here is a cool 62 degrees year-round, and it's a fun place to stop, especially if you're driving the road in the summer.
I believe it.
It's basically just a swimming hole, but it's crazy how clear the water is, and they have a cool cliff jumping spot, making it a fun stop for the entire family on Route 66.
Oh, this seems so nice again. Man, America. So crazy that some of you guys are not, thankful for living in America, because me looking outside seems a tremendous place, my friends.
Recommendation number 4.
And before there is a guy, but there is a lot of problems also here. And yes, okay, I know that, but it is what it is. There is problems everywhere, but when it comes to natural beauty, can we all agree that America is amazing? And I feel like road trip, correct me if I'm wrong, is more on the, more hot desert type of scenarios, right? But if you go to places like Montana, North Dakota, stuff like that, you have also such natural beauty. It's crazy.
14 is Twin Arrows east of Flagstaff, Arizona. It's lost its former glory as a trading post, but you can still go and see the...
Wait, what is this? No chance. Again, Arizona does it again.
The 2 huge arrows stuck into the ground. Plus, there are a few buildings that you can explore that are in disrepair. It's a quick stop, but it's worth getting off
Okay, the buildings, I would say I would pass that, but this is cool.
the freeway to take a few pictures of this iconic spot.
Recommendation number 15 is Pop's Soda Ranch in Arcadia, Oklahoma. On the outskirts of Oklahoma City, Pop's Soda Ranch is one of the newest attractions to Route 66, and it's quickly becoming a really popular tourist stop. This attraction has over 700 sodas for sale, a small restaurant, and a gas station. Plus, it has a large LED soda bottle outside which is lit up in crazy colors at night. We made a late night drive from Oklahoma City to see it lit up, and it was definitely worth it as it's a great stop for photos, especially at night.
Dude, Oklahoma, low-key, also looking amazing on this list.
Recommendation 16 is just to stop and talk to people.
Oh.
We had some great conversations with passionate site owners of the various spots along the way who will be delighted to tell you about how they came to Route 66 and how...
By the way, I love this video because at least I'm making this assumption that one time is the son talking, the other time is the father. And I mean, yeah, this is so beautiful to see them bonding together. I said this a couple of times. I'm about to be a dad soon, probably a couple of months. No, maybe not even that. And I know it will take a long time for me to do this with my kids, but I would love to do it, you know.
How they developed the spot that they are now running. You'll also find knowledgeable locals, many of whom lived during the early days of Route 66. It's also fun to chat with
Big Texan. Ooh, I don't even know what is this, but looks great.
fellow travelers who have found unique discoveries of their own along the way. So plan to take a little extra time, be brave, and talk to some folks because for me, it was one of the best highlights of the entire route.
I believe
For
it.
recommendation number 17, I just want to throw all the old signs and motels into one. During our drive, we stopped at over 300 spots, and one of the most fun things was just to keep your eyes peeled for the old signs and motels along the way. Both the
Okay.
old history and the new are fun to see while driving this famous road, and every single day you'll see
Oh man, come on. Wait, this is a Ferrari. Okay. But look at this. No, this is not a Ferrari. Never mind. I don't know anything about cars, to be honest, my friends. But okay, I like those signs. I would take photos at this, for example.
reminders of days passed on Route 66. Also, be sure to head out at night when you're in some of the more famous towns like Seligman and Tucumcari, since these towns often have some great neon signs to see at night as well.
Okay.
For our last three spots, we wanted to share some
The
of the
food.
food we liked. Recommendation number 18 is Cattleman's Steakhouse in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. I mean, I feel like the winners of this are Oklahoma and Arizona. Texas also not looking great, but I don't know.
It is nationally known as one of the top steak restaurants in the country. But as
Wow.
you get inside, the setting feels like you've stepped back into a high-class restaurant back in the 1950s.
Oh, looks good.
At Cattleman's, whatever steak you choose, you can't go wrong.
I
But
believe
be
it.
brave and try the lamb fries.
Recommendation number 19 is Cozy Dog in Springfield, Illinois. Cozy Dog was a highlight for me since it's the birthplace of the corn dog. I've always enjoyed corn dogs, so I love being able to try the original.
I never had one corn dog, but I would love to. I guess I could do this myself, to be honest. I'm saying I never had one, but I could buy the ingredients and do it myself. But okay, let's read back.
Birthplace of the corn.
Man, can we agree this was a great video? Please tell me. Can we agree with that? I thought this was an amazing video. Road 66, I had high expectations. Looks even better now. Even better. Leave a like if you agree. I mean, this is the best way to have likes.
Corn dog. I've always enjoyed corn dogs, so I love being able to try the original. Plus, the small restaurant has a large
good.
connection to Route 66 through the Waldmeyer family. Ed Waldmeyer created the Cozy Dog, and it's remained unchanged since 1946. His son, Bob Waldmeyer, is one of the most...
Sorry. Cozy dog, one calls for another.
It's remained unchanged since 1946. His son, Bob Waldmeyer, is one of the most well...
Dude, for me, even this is beautiful. Man. I have to go to America somehow. And I think the road trip probably the best option.
well-known artist who spent most of his life on Route 66. You'll see his art and murals all over the drive, but you can actually buy prints of his mini maps and designs in the Cozy Dog as well.
Okay.
Our last recommendation is the Doghouse Restaurant in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We actually stumbled upon this place, but when we were inside, we realized that this was voted the best chili dog in America. When you think about how pervasive chili dogs are, that is a huge claim. But we both agreed this small, unassuming restaurant produced the best chili dogs we had ever had.
Okay, I mean,
Thanks so much for exploring Route 66 with us. Hopefully this encouraged you to take the drive as well. If you want to read more about all these spots, go to throughmylens.com and we'll see you on the next video.
oh man, this was a great video. Again, I say this to get likes, not gonna lie, but I really believe it. Leave a like if you also end up enjoying this one, because this was fantastic. So my friends, after I stopped recording the original video, I saw a recommendation on my feed that said Road 66, road trip, everything to do and see. But this is 1 hour. Look, this is a big commitment for me to do it on YouTube, specifically because long videos does not do as well as short videos. But then I'm putting this at the end, so tell me if you actually would like me to react to this one, because I end up enjoying this video so much. But if you guys give me some support, I would react to this one. Probably will be a 2-hour video on my channel since I post so much. But yeah, tell me in the comments if this is something you would enjoy. Because this seems like a more detailed version, and I would be okay reacting to this if you guys want. That's it for today, my friends. Hope you end up enjoying this video. If that's the case, do not forget to leave a like. Also consider to subscribe if you are new to my channel. And also let me remember you about one thing. I have a Patreon community. I put videos there a bit earlier than I put on YouTube. So if you want to support me and have access to early content, go to my Patreon. I will leave a link on my description. Take a look at that. You can also scan the QR code you'll be seeing here, and that's it.